Oscar nominee Bill Murray stars in the new movie Rock the Kasbah. He plays a struggling talent manager who tries to get a young woman to compete on a popular singing competition show in Afghanistan. And apparently she's not the only one who sings.
Smoke on the water, fire in the night sky. Smoke on the water, fire in the sky.
Good. I used to actually like that song until just about 30 seconds ago. Bill, good to see you.
Thank you.
Trivia, what year? Name the group and the year.
It's not Deep Purple.
It is Deep Purple.
And the year is 1978.
72. I was in ninth grade.
Well, I was lying about the year.
But you got the group
right. But I got
right.
the date, and it's a crazy song. I finally understood what it's about.
Which is?
Which is they were recording a record on the shore of Lake Geneva, and some goofus drunk set off like a fire rocket in the only good club in town and burned it to the ground.
And that was the origin of Smoke on the Water?
That was the origin of Smoke on the Water.
By the way, they were here 2 months ago singing it. They're still touring. They were here on the Plaza.
And probably opened with that.
That's the only song they did. Mm-hmm. Have you sung? I mean, you've done funny singing in other movies. You have any classical training?
Well, I have had some voice lessons. I guess you might call that. I mean, there were other people that were opera singers going to the same people. I did a Christmas show that comes out at Christmas time.
A very Murray Christmas.
Right. Yeah. And I sang in that.
Yeah.
I sang a lot in it. So I can actually
and the
sing.
Star Wars song.
And I can sing Star Wars too. Yeah? I can ruin songs.
Yeah.
I ruined Smoke on the Water, and I will ruin anything you like.
You have a whole album of ruined songs you're coming out with.
Well, that's my final position.
Tell me about this guy. He goes to Afghanistan. I'm going to get to the singing competition part in a second. Why is he in Afghanistan in the first place?
Well, he's kind of busted. He's got not much going on. He encounters a guy who puts together USO tours, which is kind of a gravy train for a rock promoter. You can put together not necessarily the best bands, but you know, it's a starving audience when you're overseas, and they'll listen to cover bands, very easy, you know, garage bands if they show up. So he comes out, he hires his secretary to be the lead singer in this band and go, but she bails, and then he's stranded over
Bails
there.
with his passport,
Bails
we should
with his
mention
money and
also.
his passport.
There's some reality here in that, I think it was 4 or 5 years ago, there actually was a young woman who became the first female competitor on this Afghan Star show.
It really did happen, yes.
But the twist is that after she competed, she actually had to go into hiding. She got death threats. This is a comedy. How do you walk that line?
Well, we hope that the actress won't have to go into hiding. we're pulling for her. She's a very sweet girl, Leem Labani, and we'd hate to see her leave her family. But yeah, I don't know how we're going to work this. We have the movie's actually been I don't want to say applauded, but sort of applauded by, encouraged, and endorsed by like the sort of #1 Muslim spokesperson in the country, and the fellow whose music we didn't steal but used, Cat Stevens, who's a Muslim, is crazy about the movie. He's very happy with the way it turned out because, you know, in any movie you can want to kill the producers, and he doesn't want to kill anyone.
So many movies, if you look at your resume, people love. When people by chance see you on the street, is there one movie more than others that they tend to bring up with you?
Well, it depends on the time of year. Like if you get people like in March, they'll have seen Groundhog Day 300 times, so they like that one. And that one's sort of inarguably a great film. That's a really great movie. But you know, the older people like the ones I did first, like Caddyshack and Stripes, and Ghostbusters is, you know, a very powerful emotional statement too. So
yeah, it's like a Merchant Ivory film.
And then, yeah. and then, you know, the later movies like Lost in Translation, those are a little more acting. And St. Vincent, people like St. Vincent very much.
Do you have a favorite? You have one that if you had to watch it over and over again?
Well, you're not supposed to, but I do like this one called Broken Flowers that Jim Jarmusch did, and I really thought I should quit then because I didn't think I could do any better than that. It was really a perfectly directed, and I didn't think I could act any better than that. But this one may be the best one.
Called Rock the Kasbah. By the way, I think Bruce Willis, I read somewhere, agrees that you are as good as you've ever been in this movie. So there's that.
Yeah, which is nice.
Yeah, Bill Murray, thanks. Rock the Kasbah is in theaters this Friday.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.